It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested. But when it is wasted in heedless luxury and spent on no good activity, we are forced at last by death's final constraint to realize that it has passed away before we knew it was passing.
Do you feel it? That subtle, terrifying acceleration of time. One moment you are celebrating the new year, full of hope and resolution. You blink, and suddenly the leaves are turning brown, the calendar is exhausted, and you are left staring into the mirror, asking yourself the same haunting question. Did I actually move forward this year, or did I just grow older? Most people sleepwalk through their 20s, 30s, and 40s. They drift on the currents of comfort and distraction, waiting for a someday that never arrives. But you are not most people. You are here because deep down you know that 2026 is approaching like a freight train. You can either let it hit you, leaving you exactly where you are today, stagnant, frustrated, and full of regret, or you can board it as a completely different version of yourself. We are not going to talk about hollow resolutions or temporary motivation today. We are going to explore 8 profound, non-negotiable habits, rituals of power that act as the architectural blueprint for a superior life. These are the shifts that separate the drift of the masses from the destiny of the few. Before we begin this transformation, do yourself a small favor. If you are ready to stop drifting and start ascending, click that subscribe button. Join us here at Timeless Wisdom Official. Let this be the first deliberate action you take today.
Habit 1. The Sacred Hour Protocol. If you want to win the war for your life, you must first win the war for your morning. But let's be very clear. This is not just about waking up early. Waking up at 5 a.m. means nothing if you spend the first hour doom scrolling through other people's lives or flooding your brain with the cortisol of breaking news. That is not discipline. That is self-sabotage. The Sacred Hour Protocol is about mental sovereignty. Imagine your mind is a fortress. When you wake up, the drawbridge is down. If you immediately check your phone, you are allowing the chaos of the world, the emails, the advertisements, the anxieties of others, to storm your castle before you have even put on your armor. You start your day reactive, pushed around by the demands of everyone else. You are playing defense before you've even stepped onto the field. To enter 2026 as a stronger version of yourself, you must guard the first 60 minutes of your day with your life. No phone, no news, no input. In this silence, you reclaim your power. You use this time to calibrate your internal compass. Maybe you read philosophy to sharpen your mind. Maybe you sit in stillness to steady your emotions. Maybe you write to untangle your thoughts. By the time you finally engage with the world, you are not reacting to it. You are acting upon it. You are steady. You are grounded. You are dangerous in the best possible way because you are focused. Ask yourself right now, who is in charge of your morning? Is it you? Or is it a notification screen? If you cannot control the first hour, you cannot control the day. And if you cannot control your days, you cannot control your life. Habit 2. Voluntary discomfort, the callus of the mind. We live in an era that worships comfort. We have temperature-controlled rooms, soft beds, and food delivered to our doorsteps with a single tap. We have engineered the struggle out of our existence. And while this sounds like progress, it is actually a trap. Comfort is the slow, sweet poison of the soul. When you are never tested, you become fragile. Your threshold for stress drops so low that a traffic jam or a rude comment can ruin your entire week. You become a leaf blowing in the wind, completely at the mercy of your environment. To build a character that can withstand the storms of life, and believe me, the storms are coming, you must embrace voluntary discomfort. This is the practice of doing hard things on purpose, simply because they are hard. This might look like a freezing cold shower in the morning that shocks your system and forces you to breathe through the panic. It might be a rigorous workout when your body is begging for the couch. It might be fasting when your stomach is growling, teaching your primal brain that you are the master, not your impulses. Why do this? Why suffer willingly? Because you are building calluses on your mind. Just as a runner's feet toughen up to handle the road, your spirit toughens up to handle reality. When you voluntarily choose the difficult path, the involuntary difficulties of life, the breakup, the job loss, the health scare, lose their power to crush you. You look at them and say, I know pain. I know struggle. I have been here before by choice. I can handle this. Stop seeking the path of least resistance. That path leads to atrophy. Seek the friction. Seek the challenge. It is in the fire of discomfort that the steel of your character is forged. Habit 3. Deep work anchors. Focus as a superpower. If you look around today, you will see a world that is perpetually distracted. We have become a species of skimmers and scrollers, bouncing from one notification to the next with the attention span of a goldfish. We are busy, yes. We are constantly doing things. But are we actually achieving anything of depth? Usually the answer is no. In the economy of the future, and certainly by 2026, the ability to focus deeply for long periods of time will not just be a valuable skill, it will be the ultimate superpower. It will be the dividing line between the cognitive elite and the distracted masses. This brings us to deep work anchors. Most people live their lives in the shallows. They multitask, thinking they are being productive, but they are really just switching contexts rapidly, bleeding out their mental energy with every switch. They produce work that is mediocre because their minds are fractured. To anchor yourself in depth, you must ruthlessly eliminate distraction for set blocks of time. This means closing the 20 tabs open on your browser. It means putting the phone in another room. It means staring at a blank page or a difficult problem and refusing to look away until you have broken through. When you commit to deep work, you are doing more than just getting a task done. You are training your brain to sustain high-level thought. This is where mastery lives. This is where art is created. This is where complex problems are solved. If you want to enter the next few years as a leader rather than a follower, you must stop celebrating busyness and start cultivating focus. A shallow mind leads to a shallow life. Go deep. Habit 4. The information diet. Guard the gates. You would never dream of walking to a trash can, digging out old, rotting food and eating it. You know it would make you sick. You know it would poison your body. Yet, millions of people do exactly this to their minds every single day. They wake up and feed their brains with the junk food of the internet. Celebrity gossip, outraged comments sections, fear-mongering news cycles, and the curated, fake perfection of social media. This is the information diet, and right now, most people are suffering from mental obesity. You must understand a fundamental truth. Your mind is not a garbage disposal. It is a temple. Whatever you let in will eventually manifest in your thoughts, your mood, and your actions. If you consume anxiety, you will become anxious. If you consume envy, you will become bitter. If you consume triviality, you will become trivial. To change your trajectory before 2026, you must become the strict guardian of your own mind. You need to curate your inputs with the same discipline an athlete uses to curate their nutrition. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel inadequate. Turn off the news channels that profit from your fear. Replace that junk with nutrient. Read books that have stood the test of time. Listen to podcasts that challenge your intellect. Surround yourself with ideas that expand your worldview rather than shrink it. When you change the quality of the information you consume, you automatically change the quality of the life you produce. Habit 5. Radical ownership, the exit from victimhood. This next habit is perhaps the hardest one to swallow, but it is also the most liberating. It is the practice of radical ownership. We live in a culture that incentivizes victimhood. It is fashionable to blame your parents, the economy, the government, your boss, or your ex-partner for where you are in life. And listen, you might be right. You might have been dealt a bad hand. You might have been treated unfairly. You might have suffered tragedies that were absolutely not your fault. But here is the brutal truth. It may not be your fault, but it is entirely your responsibility. As long as you blame something outside of yourself for your situation, you are handing your power over to that thing. You are saying, I cannot change until the world changes first. You are making yourself a passenger in your own vehicle. Radical ownership means looking in the mirror and accepting that everything in your life, your health, your finances, your relationships, your happiness, is a result of your choices and your responses. Did you get fired? Good. Own it. What skills were you missing? Did your relationship fail? Good. Own it. How did you contribute to the dynamic? Are you out of shape? Own it. No one put that food in your mouth but you. When you stop pointing fingers outward and start pointing them inward, something magical happens. You stop waiting for a savior. You realize that you are the one you have been waiting for. This shift is terrifying because it removes all your excuses, but it is the only path to true freedom. Do not carry your excuses into 2026. Drop them here, today, and pick up the heavy, rewarding burden of responsibility. Habit 6. The art of strategic silence. We live in a loud world. Everyone is screaming to be heard, broadcasting their every thought, opinion, and meal on social media. We have confused talking with value and noise with influence. But if you study the most powerful people in history or the most grounded people in your own life, you will notice a different pattern. They practice the art of strategic silence. There is an old saying, those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. When you are constantly talking, you are merely repeating what you already know. You are emptying your cup. But when you are silent, you are listening. You are observing. You are learning. You are filling your cup. Strategic silence is not about being passive. It is an active state of observation. It is the ability to pause before you react. It is the confidence to let a silence hang in the air during a negotiation or a conversation without rushing to fill it with nervous chatter. In that silence, you gain leverage. You see things others miss because they are too busy thinking about what they want to say next. By 2026, commit to being the person who speaks less but says more. Be the person whose words carry weight because they are rare. In a world of noise, silence is the ultimate status symbol. Habit 7. The memento mori audit. This brings us to the most uncomfortable, yet most vital habit of all. The ancient Stoics carried a phrase in their hearts, memento mori, remember that you must die. Most people live with a delusion of immortality. They treat time as if it were an infinite resource. They hold grudges for years, they stay in jobs they hate, and they put off their dreams because they think there will always be more time. But the calendar is not a promise, it is a gauge. The memento mori audit is the practice of looking at your life through the lens of your own mortality. Sounds dark, I know, but it is actually the most life-affirming thing you can do. When you truly accept that your time is limited, that you might not actually see 2026, everything trivial falls away. Would you still care about that embarrassing thing you did 3 years ago? No. Would you still be afraid to tell someone you love them? No. Would you worry about the judgment of strangers? Absolutely not. Death is the great clarifier. It strips away the nonsense and reveals what is essential. Do not wait for a tragedy to remind you of the value of life. Remind yourself. Every single morning, ask yourself, if this were my last cycle around the sun, would I be doing what I am doing today? Let that urgency drive you. Habit 8. The giver's frequency. Finally, we arrive at the habit that seals all the others together. We are taught from birth to be consumers. We are taught to ask, what can I get? How can I get more money, more status, more love, more attention? But this mindset is a bottomless pit. You can throw the whole world into it and you will still feel empty. To find true alignment, you must flip the script. You must shift into the giver's frequency. This is not just about charity or money. It is about a fundamental shift in how you view your place in the world. Instead of walking into a room and scanning for what you can take, you walk in and ask, "How can I add value here?" Maybe it is offering a genuine compliment. Maybe it is solving a problem for someone without asking for credit. Maybe it is simply listening deeply to someone who feels invisible. Here is the paradox of the universe. The more you hoard, the less you have. The more you give, the more you receive. When you operate from a place of contribution, you signal to your subconscious that you have enough, that you are enough. This creates an abundance mindset that attracts opportunities, allies, and peace that a scarcity mindset never could. Don't just build a resume for 2026, build a legacy. So, here we stand. The bridge to the future is right in front of you. We have walked through the sacred hour, the power of voluntary discomfort, and the focus of deep work. We have discussed cleaning up your information diet, taking radical ownership, and mastering strategic silence. We have looked death in the eye with memento mori, and we have chosen the path of the giver. These are not just tips. These are the raw materials for a completely new existence. You can close this video or read this script, go back to your old routine, and let the current of mediocrity sweep you away. You can wake up in 2026 exactly as you are now, just older, more tired, and fuller of regret. That is the easy path. That is the path most people will take. Or you can decide right now that good enough is no longer acceptable. You can decide that you are an architect, not a victim. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but it is sustained by a community. You do not have to walk this path alone. We want to hear from you. Which of these 8 habits hit you the hardest? Which one are you afraid of? Which one are you committing to starting today? Scroll down and leave a comment. Make a public declaration of your intent. When you write it down, it becomes real. And if this message resonated with your soul, if you felt that spark of recognition, please like this video and subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Official. Share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Let's build a circle of wisdom, strength, and growth together. The clock is ticking. The future is waiting. Go out there and claim it. Thank you for watching.